Dealerships are eager to clear out these 12 specific Harley-Davidson models. With significant price cuts, bonus gear, and a growing inventory, these bikes are becoming harder to sell. In fact, some dealers might as well pay you to take one home. Let's dive into the list, starting with number 12, the Harley-Davidson Heritage Classic 114. Let's talk about the Harley-Davidson CVO Road King. This bike was meant to be the pinnacle of luxury, a top-tier bagger loaded with all the premium features. Surprisingly, instead of flying off the shelves, it has turned out to be one of the toughest sales in Harley's lineup. Dealers are slashing prices and throwing in thousands of dollars in incentives, yet potential buyers still hesitate. This machine boasts the Milwaukee 8 117 engine, which gives you a hefty 1,923 cubic centimeters of V-twin power. That translates to 115 horsepower and 126 pound-feet of torque, numbers that make it one of Harley's most powerful cruisers ever. However, the starting price is a staggering $54,900, and that's where things start to get tricky. Prospective buyers take one look at that sticker shock and quickly start comparing it to other high-end touring bikes. While the Road King CVO comes with nice features like custom paint, high-quality finishes, and advanced safety systems, many riders feel it simply doesn't offer enough extra value over the standard Road King Special or a fully loaded Street Glide to justify the difference of $20,000. Additionally, there's the resale factor to consider. Unlike some limited edition models that maintain their value well, the CVO tends to lose its appeal fast, often dropping thousands in value right after leaving the dealership. With a shrinking market for touring bikes and increasing competition from brands like Indian and BMW, it's clear why dealers are so eager to move these models. And if you think selling this luxury bagger is a challenge, just wait until I tell you about the number one Harley on our list, a peculiar trike conversion that hardly anyone wants, even when it's offered at half price. Next up, we've got the Harley-Davidson 48 Special. This bike is a limited edition Harley that collectors absolutely love, but it seems everyday riders are overlooking it. Introducing the Harley-Davidson 48 Special. A while back, this bike had all the right elements to resonate with classic Harley enthusiasts. Think fat, balloon-style tires, retro graphics, and a stripped-back approach rooted in the traditional bobber culture. But fast forward to now, and dealerships everywhere seem eager to sell these at jaw-dropping prices. What's going on? The market's changed, and this once popular sportster is being outpaced by riders who crave modern comforts, technology, and performance. Beneath the surface, the 48 Special is powered by an air-cooled V-twin engine, boasting 883 cubic centimeters. It churns out 65 horsepower and 53 pound-feet of torque. That's decent for quick jaunts and bar hopping, but when you stack it against newer entry-level cruisers, it starts to feel underwhelming and outdated. Today's riders are on the lookout for more than just vintage good looks. They want versatility, smoother rides, and better fuel economy. And hey, if you're enjoying this breakdown, now's a great time to subscribe to our channel. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers, and you can be part of our original rider crew as our channel grows. Let's build something awesome together. Sadly, the 48 Special isn't checking those boxes. Ride quality is another factor contributing to its shelf life. That sleek profile looks fantastic, but it also brings a stiff suspension, low ground clearance, and an uncomfortable ride for long stretches. Even in the city, taller riders often find it too cramped to fully enjoy the experience. The real kicker for the 48 Special is how it stacks up in terms of value. It was once priced attractively, but now dealers find it hard to defend its sticker price when other bikes in the same range offer more bang for the buck. That's why we're seeing offers like massive discounts and zero-interest financing popping up everywhere. Next up, we've got the Harley-Davidson Dyna Trike conversion. Once upon a time, the Dyna was cherished for its raw power and simple design that attracted purists. After Harley ceased the Dyna lineup in 2018, many riders turned to trike conversions to keep that spirit alive. Unfortunately, the Dyna trike has turned out to be a tough sell. These trikes begin with a standard Dyna chassis equipped with an aftermarket trike conversion kit. Generally, They utilize the twin-cam engine, which has a displacement of about 1,575 cubic centimeters. You'd see around 87 horsepower and 110 pound-feet of torque. Respectable numbers, but inadequate to compensate for the additional weight of a trike. The major issue? These conversions don't handle like the factory-built trikes. The original Dyna's essence seems lost in the transformation. When it comes to trikes, converting a bike that was originally built for two wheels can lead to some real challenges. Many riders find that after conversion, their bikes can feel a bit off in corners and not very stable when cruising at lower speeds. This happens because the original design wasn't meant for the extra weight and structure that comes with a trike setup. One of the bigger hurdles? Finding parts. The Dyna platform has been phased out, which means replacement parts are getting more difficult to track down. Furthermore, if something breaks, many Harley dealerships won't service bikes with third-party conversion kits, leaving a lot of riders in a tough spot. For many, this lack of reliable support is a major deal breaker. Let's talk about price. A used Dyna could set you back around $12,000, but when you factor in the cost of a trike conversion kit, which can add between $12,000 and $20,000, you're easily looking at over 30 grand. That's a lot of money for a custom trike that may not come with any warranty or factory reliability. Many riders would prefer to put that money towards factory-built models like the Freewheeler or the Tri-Glide Ultra, which are designed specifically for three wheels. Next up, we've got the Harley-Davidson Heritage Classic 114. Now, this bike was once celebrated for its classic looks and long-distance comfort, but lately, the Heritage Classic 114 has been overlooked in Harley's lineup. It's not about performance. This model is anything but underpowered. With its Milwaukee 8 114 V-twin engine, it pumps out an impressive 94 horsepower, boasts 1,174 cubic centimeters of engine size, and delivers 119 pound-feet of torque. On paper, it's an excellent combination of vintage design and real highway muscle. So, what's the catch? The market is changing. More riders are now leaning towards motorcycles packed with technology. Think high-end infotainment, smart navigation features, and lightweight materials. The Heritage Classic, while powerful, feels somewhat old-fashioned to younger bikers or those favoring tech-heavy rides. The absence of trendy features like touchscreen controls and advanced riding modes puts it at a disadvantage compared to its competitors. Let's talk numbers. This bike generally retails around $21,000 new, but dealerships nationwide are slashing prices to make room for new inventory. Many are offering hefty discounts, incentives like free accessories, such as windshields and luggage racks, and even extended warranties to seal the deal. The urgency comes from the fact that these bikes are taking up valuable showroom space that needs to be freed for the latest models. Although the Heritage Classic still offers a classic American riding experience, buyers who are looking for modern features are passing it up. That's why dealerships are practically pleading with potential buyers to take another look at this iconic softail before it's gone for good. And if you think this model is in tough shape, wait until you hear about Harley's adventure bikes facing similar challenges. Next up, we've got the Harley-Davidson Switchback Trike conversion. Originally, the Switchback was built to be the best of both worlds, a light cruiser that could shift into light touring. Unfortunately, after being converted to three wheels, it became too heavy and unwieldy for the very riders Harley hoped to appeal to. What started out as a promising design quickly turned into one of the trickiest models for dealerships to sell. The Switchback initially boasted the 103 twin-cam engine, offering about 75 horsepower, with a displacement of 1,164 cubic centimeters and nearly 98 pound-feet of torque. This made for a solid mid-sized cruiser on two wheels. However, once you add the trike kit, everything shifts. The lightweight design struggles with the added mass and width, leading to serious stability concerns. Riders often report feeling uneasy in turns, with some mentioning the steering feels heavy and unresponsive at lower speeds. Plus, the comfort factor takes a noticeable hit. When you think of Harley, comfort and ease of riding usually come to mind, right? But here's the catch. When you convert a Harley into a trike, everything changes. The rear end sits higher, the controls feel more stretched, and it loses that smooth, balanced vibe that Harley's cruisers are famous for. Many riders expect these trikes to be comfy for long rides, but often they're left feeling let down. And let's talk about the cost. A used switchback can set you back between $12,000 and $15,000. Add in a trike conversion kit, which might run you another $12,000 to $18,000, and suddenly you're looking at a total that surpasses $30,000. At that point, many riders prefer to simply invest in a factory-made three-wheeler, like the Freewheeler or the Tri-Glide Ultra. These come with dealer support, reliable suspension, and the peace of mind that comes with factory quality. Let's steer into the world of three wheels with the often overlooked Harley-Davidson Freewheeler. Let's dive into the Harley-Davidson Freewheeler, a model that has transformed from a no-frills three-wheeler to one that dealerships are practically giving away. Originally, the Freewheeler was designed for those wanting the stability of three wheels without extra features. Now, it's hard to ignore the incredible deals popping up at dealerships all over the country. With hefty price cuts, added accessories bundled in, and financing deals in play, this bike is becoming hard to resist. The Freewheeler maintains a rugged charm and offers an accessible riding experience, making it ideal for those who may not be accustomed to traditional motorcycles. It's simple, fun, and doesn't compromise on the Harley name. So if you're seeking a ride that combines the Harley spirit with practicality, the Freewheeler might just be the perfect match for you. With its customer-friendly pricing, it's worth checking out, especially if you're curious about riding without the hassle of two wheels. Keep an eye out for these deals. They won't last long. Warranties are now being included in the package just to help move this trike off the showroom floor. At its core, you'll find the Milwaukee 8 114 V-twin engine, offering a robust 1,174 cubic centimeters of displacement, 100 horsepower, and 119 pound-feet of torque. On paper, that sounds impressive for a three-wheeler, but performance only matters if the bike meets other basic needs. The Freewheeler weighs in at 1,118 pounds, which gives it stability on the highway. However, that same weight can make city riding feel a bit awkward, especially if you're new to trikes. Unlike the more fully equipped Tri-Glide, the Freewheeler lacks a fairing, an infotainment system, and even adequate storage space. This means riders are exposed to the wind on longer trips and have to deal with a glaring lack of comfort for its hefty price tag. Starting at $29,999, it has shifted away from being a budget-friendly option. When buyers step into a dealership and see that price, they can't help but compare it to used Tri-Glide Ultras that offer far more features. That comparison can easily turn potential buyers away. Even loyal Harley fans are looking past this model. It's priced too high for those wanting a basic three-wheeler and too bare bones for those in search of real touring comfort. In response, dealerships have started cutting prices, providing free upgrades, and offering flexible financing just to make a sale. Shifting into luxury territory, let's break down the heavyweight contender known as the Harley-Davidson CVO Tri-Glide. Originally launched as the ultimate in American touring comfort, it has turned into a tough sell. Dealerships are eager to move these hefty machines, often throwing in thousands of dollars worth of discounts and showroom credits to entice buyers. The CVO Tri-Glide is equipped with the Milwaukee 8 117 V-twin engine, boasting 1,197 cubic centimeters of displacement and 125 horsepower. The CVO Tri-Glide is a heavyweight in the Harley-Davidson lineup, tipping the scales at 1,274 pounds. While its robust build ensures a stable ride on the highway, many riders find the low-speed handling challenging, almost as if they're maneuvering through town in a small car. Despite its commanding road presence, this trike struggles to attract buyers, primarily due to its steep starting price of $54,900, which places it in luxury vehicle territory. In comparison, the standard Tri-Glide Ultra, priced nearly $20,000 less, offers nearly the same comfort and features. The key distinctions come down to different paint options, some added chrome, a few electronics, and a limited edition badge. Another downside for potential buyers is the resale value. Unlike other Harley models, the CVO Tri-Glide depreciates quickly, meaning buyers often face significant losses as soon as they drive it off the lot. As a result, Dealers are now trying to move them out with extended warranties, complimentary accessories, and price cuts. This model was intended as a luxury statement, but the market didn't respond as expected. Now let's talk about the Harley-Davidson Pan America 1250. Coming in at number 11 is the Harley-Davidson Pan America 1250. When it hit the market, it was a big move for Harley, which is traditionally known for its cruisers and touring models. The Pan America stepped boldly into the adventure bike scene, going up against the big names like BMW GS and KTM Adventure. On paper, this bike looks fantastic with a robust 150 horsepower, 1,253 cubic centimeters of engine displacement, and an impressive 94 pound-feet of torque, thanks to its innovative liquid-cooled Revolution Max engine. It's packed with features that make riding easier, including an adaptive ride height system that lowers the bike when you stop, which is great for shorter riders. Plus, it offers a 6.5-inch touchscreen with navigation, various riding modes, and advanced assistance technology. However, it hasn't quite taken off at dealerships. The main problem? Many adventure riders didn't quite trust it. Some saw it as just an experimental model, and the earlier versions had their share of electronic issues, which didn't help its image. Riders complained about the ride height not working correctly, glitchy touchscreens, and difficulty in maintaining balance at low speeds. With a steep learning curve and a top-heavy feel, many customers chose to walk away. So what's the current situation? Dealerships are now marking down prices significantly. You can find brand new Pan Americas listed for thousands less than the manufacturer's suggested retail price. Some dealerships are even offering off-road accessories, travel bags, and enticing financing options to get these bikes sold. Despite its technical prowess, the Pan America hasn't secured a dedicated fan base yet, making it a potentially great deal for the right buyer. Up next is the Softail Standard. Switching gears, let's shine a light on the Harley-Davidson Softail Standard, which really should be a hit, but is instead struggling to find its place. On the surface, it appears to have everything a Harley enthusiast desires. It boasts a sleek, classic design and a lightweight build, radiating that old-school charm, which also comes at a more budget-friendly price point compared to other models in the Softail lineup. However, despite these appealing features, this bike is gathering dust at dealerships nationwide, prompting sellers to drop prices and toss in extras just to sell them. Under the hood, the Softail Standard is equipped with the Milwaukee 8107 engine, delivering around 86 horsepower, 1,746 cc of displacement, and 110 pound-feet of torque, plenty of power for cruising the highways or weaving through city traffic. Plus, with a curb weight of about 655 pounds, it ranks among the lighter full-sized Harleys available. So what's the hiccup? Many potential buyers find it too basic. Although Harley designed this model to be a blank canvas for enthusiasts to customize, many riders perceive it as incomplete right off the bat. Lacking features like a windshield, saddlebags, and even just a basic solo seat, it doesn't fully meet the desires of many Harley fans, especially those who are more seasoned riders. Let's talk about a motorcycle that's designed for those long rides without needing to fork out a ton for extras. Here's the catch. It finds itself in a tricky spot. Riders who want a no-frills bobber usually grab the Sportster 883 or even hunt for used Dynas. On the flip side, those looking for a cruiser with more features might go for the Lowrider S or the Fat Bob. This leaves the Softail Standard lacking a clear audience. It doesn't have the flair for a spotlight, yet it doesn't quite have the functionality for touring either. Let's get into the ultra-classic trike conversion. Instead of flying off the dealership floors, these three-wheelers have turned into a significant inventory problem for Harley. Dealers nationwide are slashing prices dramatically just to rid themselves of these models. They're even tossing in extended warranties, luggage upgrades, and discounts amounting to thousands of dollars, all to clear up space on their showroom floors. Take the ultra-classic trike conversion, for instance. It starts its life as a two-wheel touring bike that gets fitted with an aftermarket trike kit. But that's where issues arise. Unlike Harley's factory trikes like the Tri-Glide and Freewheeler, which are designed for optimal balance and smoothness, The ultra-classic conversion often feels like a quick fix. Many riders complain about its clunky low-speed performance, rear-end wobble, and imprecise handling due to its lack of factory-tuned suspension. Equipped with Harley's renowned V-twin engine, the Twin Cam 103, this bike delivers about 75 horsepower and 78 pound-feet of torque, thanks to its 1,130 cubic centimeters of displacement. That setup may work well for two wheels, but it struggles when tasked with the added weight of the trike, which can tip the scales over 1,100 pounds, depending on the kit. And let's talk cost. A used Ultra Classic typically starts around $25,000, but once you add a decent trike conversion kit, costing between $12,000 and $18,000, the total price can easily exceed $40,000. At that point, buyers are better off looking at Harley's factory-built trikes, which provide superior engineering, dealer support, and better resale value. Dealerships are aware of this shift, and they're anxious to get rid of these bikes. If you stroll into a showroom today, you're likely to spot one of these under a "Make an Offer" sign. Dealers are practically pleading with customers to take them home. Wrapping up the list is the Harley-Davidson V-Rod Muscle. Now, let's talk about the Harley-Davidson V-Rod Muscle, a bike that once represented a forward-thinking approach in the Harley world. Developed with input from Porsche, the V-Rod Muscle boasted modern design and technology that set it apart from traditional Harley bikes. It aimed to introduce high-speed performance into the cruiser category and challenge the conventional Harley aesthetic. This motorcycle was powered by an 1,134 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled Revolution engine, delivering around 125 horsepower and 85 pound-feet of torque, making it one of the most powerful Harleys to date. The Harley V-Rod Muscle could scream from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 3 seconds. Pretty impressive for a Harley. However, it never quite struck a chord with the brand's traditional fans. Why? Well, for one, that liquid-cooled engine didn't produce the familiar sound of a classic V-twin. It revved up high and lacked that deep, satisfying rumble that old-school riders love. On top of that, the design didn't resonate either. The elongated profile and oversized rear tire gave it a strong look, but it missed the classic curves that Harley enthusiasts cherish. Customization options were another drawback. Riders who enjoy modifying their bikes found limited aftermarket parts for the V-Rod, especially compared to the Softail or touring models. Plus, the small 3.7-gallon fuel tank posed a real concern for long-distance travels. Ultimately, the V-Rod line was officially put to rest in 2017. Today, some of these models remain unsold on dealership floors. With little resale interest and no factory backing, dealerships are slashing prices just to move them. So have you spotted any of these models collecting dust at your local Harley dealership? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you're hunting for a bargain, now might be the perfect time to make your move. And if you enjoyed this rundown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest motorcycle insights and deals.